Class, I just wanted to cover some of the basics that in Photoshop that I represented last week in class. I told you that I was going to repeat this several times, and then I also promised a little tutorial. So I wanted just to record a little bit today and make this available for you, kind of covering the same things I did last week. I have Photoshop open. I'm going to go to create new, or no, I'm going to go to open. I'm sorry. I'm just going to hit open in Photoshop. I'm going to find a photo. I'm going to go to my desktop and look for something there. Let's see. Why don't I bring in this photo? I hit open and a photo comes in of these people receiving a document in church, I believe. It's my friend's photo. So you notice that as soon as I said open and brought that in, it appears over here and I have that first layer. I think I told you last week that this is called the layers panel. Right on top of this is called the properties panel. Down here below I have some icons that allow me to add some effects, and I have the trash can. I'm going to duplicate this layer, and I'm just going to right click on it, and I'm going to go to duplicate layer, and this tab opens up, and I'm just going to, it says background copy by default, and I'm just going to hit OK. So that's how I add a copy of my photo. It's one of the things I normally do first off when I'm working on a project. Not always, but for the most part, I bring in a photo and I make a copy of it right away just to keep my original. You'll notice over here on the right there's a lock. I want to get rid of that lock. I can drag it down to the trash can to get rid of it that way. I can also just double click on it. It'll get rid of it that way too. I can name my layer by clicking on it. So this is, I can click on this, a double click, it goes to blue, and I'm just going to type in original. So now I have my original and my background copy. I can rename a layer at any time, again, just by double clicking on it, like that, left clicking. So sometimes when we're working in Photoshop, I'll say make a new layer or duplicate this layer, and I want you to rename it blur or something. You would double click on that like that. Okay. I also showed you last week down here at the bottom I had the create a new layer, and that makes a transparent layer. That's the little icon that has like a page turning on it. I also have an adjustment layer. I'm going to get rid of this layer. I'm going to delete this layer. Yes. And I think I turned my photo into black and white in the class. I went down to the half moon icon, clicked on that, and it went up to black and white. And you'll see my properties panel now has these nice effects in here. I can change my black and white a little bit. The other thing I talked about was the option bar up here at the top. And I told you that the option bar going across the top is fully connected with the tools panel. And here's my tools panel over here on the left. I also told you that if you click on this two arrows at the top, you can turn it into two columns. And I told you that this option bar will change every time I change tools. So if I select the crop tool, you'll see up here it has changed. It has ratio, things like that. If I take it to the text tool, my option bar changes again. So now I have this long list of fonts that I can use. Let's just say I did type something on here. Oh, it's really large. Let me not do that. I don't want it to be that large. I'll go ahead and type in there. And I'll just type Monday. I'm going to go back and change the size of this. First, I'm going to grab my move tool and move this. Whoa, I didn't type very good. Look at all that. I want to highlight this. I grab my text tool, I left click, and I can highlight that. And then I'm going to come up to this top and make this much smaller, maybe about 16 points. Oh, it didn't change all of it. Let's change this too. Okay. I have another one here. Let's change that. There we go. Okay. With my text tool, if I typed in here, let's say I wanted to type Monday. And it's pretty small, right? But I can go and highlight this by just left clicking and dragging over it, and then come up to my point and change that. Let's say I wanted to change this to 48, a little bit bigger. I can also change the color of this. I can also change the font. If I scroll down here, you'll see that as soon as I start scrolling over that, my text is changing. I just wanted to show you how this option bar changes when I do something. If I grab my spot healing brush, again it changes. If I grab my lasso tool, it changes. If I grab my eyedropper, it changes. So the tools panel on the left, the layers panel on the very right, the properties panel right above that. And then I want to go to two other things. Let me grab my text tool for a second. And I'm just going to type in Control plus Z, capital Z. Okay, so that was what I told you. If I wanted to go back one step, right? Let me change this font, make this bigger, and let me change the color on that. Okay, Control Z. If you're using a Mac, it would be Command plus Z. But Control Z on my keyboard allows me to go back one step. So if I move this over, right, down here, or let's say I put it over here, and I press Control Z on my keyboard, it'll put it back to where it was. If I press it again, it'll be gone. So Control Z allows me to go back one step. If I make a mistake, it'll allow me to go back. Here's the other thing. I talked about window and to go down to the history. And I want to open that up. I click on it and I have this history of everything I did, right? I can open and close it and keep it right here, right above my properties panel. And I can click on that at any time and open it back up. This allows me to go back to wherever I wanted to go. So if I went back to when I just made that black and white layer, I put it right here. I click on that and it takes me back to where I started there. If I wanted to go back before that, where I added the layer the first time, or if I made it just that first copy, I can do that. I can always go back to where I was at last as well. Okay, so Control Z, Windows, History, right? And the third thing I wanted you to know was how to reset my workspace. So I showed you some examples of, like, if I close this tab, if I came over here and closed this one, if I took my tools panel, put it out here in the middle, accidentally closed it. If I close this, if I collapse this, and I wanted to go back to that original format of where my workspace looked like, I'd go up to Windows, and I would go to Workspace, and I'd go to Reset Essentials. And it magically brings back my workspace to where it was at. I'm going to move these tutorials out of here. I'm going to make sure I have 2 columns in my tools panel. And that's it. Those are just some basics where we're going to begin as we start working in Photoshop next. Okay, thank you.